Okay, we're here again at Greenfield Games in Greenfield, Massachusetts. Warhammer 40K 6th edition Escalation League. Dan versus Bob. It's going to be Tau versus Grey Knights. And Dan's going to tell us about mission objectives, table quarters, etc.
It's the Crusade mission, so there's 4 objectives. There's in here, this forest here, and in there. And we rolled for Hammer and Anvil, which is short table edge deployment. And Tau rolls there, deploying and going first.
Alright, let's talk about the armies. You want to see, this is a 750 point battle?
Yep, so pretty much I just added more Fire Warriors and another Hammerhead from my 500 point list.
Fire Warriors, Crisis Suit Command Squad, and 2 Hammerheads. Grey Knights have a risky build. We'll see how it works out. Leave comments, let me know how you like this build. Doing 5 Grey Knight Strike Squad in a Razorback with Heavy Bolter Sidebolt ammo. Doing 5 Terminators, deep striking, doing Dreadnought with the Psy Rifle build, autocannons, and Cybolt ammo. Commander is an Inquisitor with Psychic Mastery, Power Armor, a few other gadgets. Inquisitorial Henchman Warband, 4 guys with hotshot lasguns, 1 guy with just pistol and sword, and 5 Death Cult Assassins, 1 Crusader in a Chimera. We'll see how this build goes up against Tau. We'll be back with deployment. Okay, here's the deployment. Tau Fire Warriors here. 2 Hammerheads up top on that hill. Crisis Suit behind the little ruins. And another Fire Warriors holding that objective. Grey Knights have their Dreadnought over here. Chimera with Death Culties and Inquisitor there. And the Razorback with Grey Knight Strike Squad getting ready to hold this objective here. Let's see if I can steal the initiative. Not stealing the initiative, and we'll be back with Tau turn 1. Dan's going to tell us what happened in Tau turn 1.
The Fire Warriors moved up onto the hill, shot the Razorback didn't do anything. The 2 Hammerheads missed their targets. Commander jumped out and put a hull point on the Razorback.
And blew off the Stormbolter.
Yeah, and those guys over there couldn't shoot anything, so they just stayed put.
Alright, we'll be back with Grey Knight turn 1. Oh, by the way, that was Night Fighting turn 1. We rolled for Night Fighting. Alright, Grey Knight turn 1. The Razorback moved forward, and the Grey Knights popped out to get near the objective. The Razorback fired at these Fire Warriors and killed 2. The Chimera with the Death Culties turbo boosted forward, and the Dreadnought climbed up the mountain and fired at these Fire Warriors, killing 1. And that is the end of Grey Knight turn 1. Okay, it was a horrific turn for the Grey Knights. Dan, go ahead and gloat and tell us how well you did.
The commander was here, and he blew up the Chimera. And then these Fire Warriors shot at them and killed a lot. The 2 Hammerheads failed doing what they wanted to do. They put some wounds over here but didn't do anything, and the other one shot the Dreadnought and didn't do anything.
Alright, we'll see how the Grey Knights survive this round. Grey Knight round 2. The Heavy Bolter scooted forward a little bit. The Grey Knights moved into the woods. These guys regrouped. And that just moved forward a little bit. That Dreadnought shot at the Fire Warriors, killing 3. Ineffective snapshots from that group. A few hits from the Grey Knights and the Heavy Bolters into the Fire Warriors, killed 4. And yeah, that's it for Grey Knight turn. Here we are, Tau turn 3. Another effective Tau turn. Go ahead.
Combination of this tank here killed what was some henchman squads in here and made them fall back again.
2 failed leadership tests from an Inquisitor Lord.
And over here, the Razorback got shaken and another hull point was lost. And that was it.
Alright, we're back with Grey Knight turn. Okay, this was Grey Knight turn 3, and we had a lengthy debate about the interpretation of the rule Stubborn. This Inquisitor is the worst Inquisitor in the Imperium. He failed 3 leadership tests in a row and continues to run away. The Dreadnought fired into the Fire Warriors. They failed leadership and moved back. The Terminators deep struck right there and fired into the Commander. These Grey Knights fired into the Commander, and he is down to 1 wound. And I believe that is all for Grey Knight turn 3. Be back with Tau turn. Okay, Tau turn 4. What happened?
Okay, the Commander and these Fire Warriors took down these 2 Terminators. Blast from the Hammerhead took out these 2 guys, and Hammerhead took off a hull point from the Dreadnought.
Okay, we'll be back with Grey Knight turn 4. Okay, this is Grey Knight turn 4. The Dreadnought moved forward and shot at the Fire Warriors. The Grey Knights moved to get near that objective and fired at the Fire Warriors. The Razorback fired at the Commander, and the Grey Knights fired at the Hammerhead. No effect on the Hammerhead, no effect on the Commander. Some Fire Warriors were killed by the Terminators, and some Fire Warriors were killed by the Dreadnought. And that's it for Grey Knight turn 4. Okay, Tau turn 5. Go ahead, Dan, tell us.
Okay, this Hammerhead took out these 2 Marines there, and the Hammerhead exploded the Dreadnought.
Dead Dread. Back with Grey Knight turn 5. Alright, Grey Knight turn 5. Terminators shot at the Fire Warriors. The Razorback moved forward and shot at the Fire Warriors.
Shot the Commander.
Right. The Razorback was ineffective against the Commanders, but the Terminators managed to finish off the Tau Fire Warriors.
That was it.
These guys continued to run away like scared little Inquisitors, and that continued to burn.
So we're going to see if the game ends.
Let's roll to see if the game ends.
Game on.
Game on. And that will probably be the end of Grey Knights, but we'll see. Okay, Dan, tell us what happened in Tau turn 6.
This Hammerhead killed that last Marine, and everything else whiffed.
Alright, Fast and Furious at the end of the game. Alright, we are doing Grey Knight turn 6, and not a whole lot happened because not a whole lot's left alive. The Razorback burst forward to get line of sight on those few Fire Warriors. The Terminator shot at the Commander and killed it, and that is it. We rolled, the game ended. And Dan, what's the total ending points?
These Fire Warriors over here controlled that objective. These Troop Terminators controlled that. So it was 3-3 that way. And then we each slayed each other's Warlords, so that was 1 point, so it was 4-4. And then Tau got first blood, so it ended up being total score 5-4.
Wait, now do I have Line Breaker?
Maybe.
We might. Not Line Breaker. Damn close to Line Breaker. Damn close to Line Breaker, but not gonna make it. But Dan, let me shake your hand. It was an awesome game. I really like playing with you. Thanks for all your knowledge of the rules. I hate battle reports that complain about die rolling, but this is definitely a game where one side had some really good rolls and one side had some really bad rolls, but still super fun.
Terrible guys.
That guy's going on the rack. When he gets home, the Inquisitor will be tortured to death. And that's it. Another great game. 750-point battle report from Greenfield Games in Greenfield, Massachusetts. Our Warhammer 40K 6th edition Escalation League. Thanks for tuning in. YouTubers, leave comments. Let us know about what you think of the new interpretation of stubborn and all the other things that may have come up in the course of the game. And we'll be back with more battle reports. Good night, everybody.